Hello, this is Tannika Nikeya, and welcome to my channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Um, so hey y'all. Today's video is about some things I wish I had learned early on. Um, and the first one is I wish I had learned early on to save. Um, I wish I had learned to um, start saving and actually have a healthier money mindset. So, if I had started in my teens, Lord, I wish I'd have started in my teens. It's hard being an adult. It's hard adulting. Now, so it's hard being an adult, but I wouldn't go back for the world. Um, having a healthy savings account is so crucial. And it is imperative to have an emergency fund. It is imperative to save money. Um, but for those, it's hard to save. I can't say I got too many bills. I got this, I got that. I got student loans. I get you. I feel you. I'm with you. But I wish I learned that early on. And um, about what to look out for, like credit cards, and how to really um, see them and manage them, and loans, and just having an overall healthier mindset, money mindset. I'm not horrible with money. I've always created a budget. Um, I've always had like a tracker, like what money's coming in, where they going, what bills I gotta pay, and so forth. Um, I may not have always followed my budget, and I may not have always created a successful budget. One, one, what is her name? So on Instagram, there's this financial, what would you call it? Financial advisor or something. Well, the advice that she had given about budgets is that oftentimes oftentimes we create budgets for our bills, but what we really should be creating is um, budgets for our lifestyle, or include our lifestyle within our budget, which makes sense. So instead of just having a budget for our bills, actually include your lifestyle. So if you are a frequent traveler, then you would have a part of your budget that has a travel fund, or travel savings or travel expenses. You would include that in there, so that could be uh, um, an expense already factored in. And so I'm like, I never thought of that. And so now I'm learning to add my lifestyle in there. Um, and another tip is add unexpected expense to your budget, because unexpected expenses comes up, or some may call emergencies, but definitely add unexpected expenses. So I wish I learned all of this early on. Another thing I wish I had learned early on is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries are so crucial. They allow you to setting boundaries help you to teach others how to treat you. They help you to protect your space and your time. They help you to prioritize, right, when you set boundaries. So setting boundaries, I wish I learned that like yesterday, early on. Another thing I wish I had learned early on is not everyone is going to respond or think the way you do, or don't expect people to respond or think the way you do. Sometimes we'll say, she should have did it that way, or I would have approached it that way, or I wouldn't have done that. But you wouldn't have done that, or you wouldn't have thought like that, because you and they are they, right? So we can't expect all the time for people to think or respond to a situation the way we would. Even and that's how that's how sometimes we get disappointed, right? Because we expect someone to approach a situation the way we would, or to think the way we would think. Um, and oftentimes that sometimes that does not happen. Um, so yeah, you can't expect people to think or respond the way you do. Even in business situations, you can't expect people to make moves the way you would. So that's why communication is key. And yes, we definitely want to get around like-minded people or renew our minds, and be able to see things from other people's perspectives, or put our selves in other people's shoes, as the saying goes. But we can't always expect for us to respond or think the way others would. So that's something I wish I had learned early on. Sam, are you okay? um Another thing I wish I had learned early on is, you don't have to be perfect or boxed in. For my uh, people who are perfectionists, labeled overachievers, even my Christian sisters, and my fellow Christian sisters, and my fellow, if you're the oldest child, um, yeah, you may, not all, but some of you may have this thing where you deep down understand that you don't have to be perfect, but you present yourself out there as like you have it all together, or you should have it all together, and you're not perfect, and you're not going to be perfect, and you're not going to always have it all together, and that's okay. And you don't have to, and God loves you. Um, God loves you still. He doesn't expect you to be perfect. Um, as my pastor said, he wants you to have a perfected heart towards him, but he doesn't expect you to be perfect. And a perfected heart is just a heart that's undivided towards him. But you don't have to be perfect or boxed in. Some people may box you in and say, well, you're just going to be this, or you can't do this, or you limited and you ain't going to be able to do this. You don't have to be boxed in according to someone's ideologies, small beliefs, and small minds. Be who God says you are to be. See yourself the way God does. Um, yeah, you don't have to be boxed in. I remember um, when I was in college and studying English, and I was a tutor. I was working as a tutor at that time. Now I'm in a different position, but I'm still an educator, and I love educating. But specifically, my role is not a teacher, even though I teach or educate. Um, but I remember around that time, um, someone said, um, basically, why don't you just be a teacher? That's your calling or whatever. Um, and I was like, well, maybe that is. What if and I started worrying, like, what if I'm in the wrong, I shouldn't be studying English. What if I'm in the wrong major? Da 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 da. And I had been praying. First, I was an art and design major. And I already prayed about that, and I already had confirmation that I should be switching from art and design to English. And I heard correctly, because things went much smoother. And I knew in my heart that that was the right decision, and that that was a God decision. But and then I was got the, but why don't you become a teacher? And I was like, am I supposed to do that too? And it's like, um, and the killing part was already in the classroom, already teaching, already helping children, already an educator. Um, specifically, I am not a teacher, but I'm still an educator, and I love doing what I do. Um, and I don't have to be boxed in to be just a teacher teaching English. I'm also a writer, and I love to write. My degree is in English with a concentration in writing, professional and technical writing, and I love to write also. So you don't have to be boxed in um, or perfect. The other thing that I wish I learned early on is healing is a process. It is not, some I believe say that, they got delivered, you know, like that with stuff. Um, and that may be true. God can do that. He definitely can. Miracles happen every day from God. But with healing, I believe it's a process. And some things are over time. And so that's why you have to be patient and you have to trust God and you have to give yourself mercy. Healing is a journey. You won't believe how much stuff is down in your heart, in your mind, how much stuff has to be um, wiped off your mental tape, um, how much in your heart has to be cleaned out, how much trauma you have to be delivered from, how much God needs to address so that you can be whole and help you express and heal from. Healing is a process. Um, how much stuff you thought you let go and overcame, but may have to revisit. So healing is a journey, it's a process. And I believe it's also continuous. So be patient with yourself and your journey. Something else that I wish I had learned early on is that femininity and self-care are so crucial. Um, Looking back, I think I've always been feminine. Um, I've had some masculine ways too. I ain't gonna lie, but I've always been feminine. I've always practiced self. Looking back, I've had some moments where I look back, and um, I remember. Um, Now I do my little spa baths with my little bath tea and Epsom salt and so forth. But I remember when I was in, I believe, college, and I would have my bath time with my candles. I would say candles and just relax and soak and whatever. And I'm like, I always did my self care, practice self care, or had some moments to myself. But um, I don't know if it's been a few years now, but for a minute, I've been learning about femininity and that journey. Learning about femininity and that journey has been so crucial and so eye opening, and being intentional and remaining on that journey, as well as being intentional in practicing self care, um, has been a game changer for me. So I wish I had learned about femininity um, early on, like like I'm learning now, because I didn't learn about this early on. Yes, I've done some things that, or I've been feminine, or I've done some, practice some self care, but actually being intentional and knowing how crucial it is and knowing more about it the way I know now, I wish I had learned early on. So those are some things I wish I had learned early on. Put down below in the comments what things you wish you had learned early on. Make sure you, like, once again, share, like, and subscribe. I'm Tannika Nikeya, and I'm out.